Hi guys, I am back. So this is the same day for me that I recorded the finishing up the other journal, altered composition book. But my husband is still at work. Um, don't know what time he'll get to come home because he's in the area where the shooting was today. All the roads are blocked, so I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. This is going to be an altered composition book for my son that is in the Army. But I thought the other thing I may do is I have some of these mini composition books, and he has two little girls and another one on the way. So I am going to make them one kind of similar to their dad's. It's not going to look exactly the same, but I'm going to use the same paper collection and make them a little journal so that they can color in it. So I did find my Fabri-Tac. I have put so much acetone in it that I'm afraid it's going to explode whenever I go to use it, but I couldn't get the glue flowing any other way. All right. The other thing, I did find some actual score tape, and this is a journal that I haven't done anything to. I didn't prep it in any way because he's not going to be adding stuff to it. He's not going to be painting. If any, the most he'll do is write in it. So this is fine, just like this. But I did go ahead and put the score tape on the front and back covers and the inside front and back covers. I pulled out a few sheets of paper, probably like a whole bunch, because I couldn't make up my mind. I think I'm going to do this for the front cover, and I'm thinking this for the back cover. And then I haven't even thought ahead to know what I'm going to do for the inside cover. So there's that. All right. I think one thing, I normally do not measure my altered composition books, but I'm thinking that I might want to somewhat measure tonight. And I'm going to show you when I say somewhat measure, this is what I mean. I'm going to just do it like this. And that way, and I may cut it a little bigger than what that outline is there. Just a little bit. And it doesn't have to be perfect because the way I'm doing it. It's still really like no measure because I have no idea what size that is. But it'll just make it a little bit easier to work with. Do I want to go all the way up? I should have cut it a little bit taller than that, but I think that'll work. So I'm thinking I can wrap it around just a little bit. I wish I'd left it a little bigger, but it's okay. I got plenty. All right, so I have already burnished these down really good. So now I am just going to attempt to get the backing off. And with this being the score tape, it is a little easier most of the time. And as I said that, it decides that it didn't want to. But normally the actual score tape is easier for me to get the backing off. So hopefully this will go a little quicker. And I'm just going to set that out of the way. I didn't bring my garbage can back in here. And I did kind of rough up the cover just a little bit. Not much. Just a little bit. I don't think you really have to. Now here's going to be, here's going to be the test to see how my glue does. Seriously, I put so much acetone in here. I guess it had been that long since I'd used it, but it's been covered and closed. I guess the little cover thing that I used don't give it a good seal, so it does give it an opportunity to dry out some. But it looks like it's flowing decent. It's not as good as it could be, but it's not as bad as it could be either. So I will take it. All right, now let's put that on and let's see if we can kind of line this up a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of split the difference and try and get that lined up with that black. If I don't, it's not a big deal because I will put something over it right there. But I think that turned out pretty decent. I think so. I think I'm probably going to need to cut the top and bottom because I did not do very good, but that's fine. We don't need it right there. So I'm just going to go in with this little knife thing maybe. It always tries to go wonkified on me. Yeah, that's a word. And that didn't cut all the way through. Let's just get the scissors and be done with it. Stop playing around, Betty Renfro. Let's get the scissors. My goodness. I'd already cut through it mostly, so it makes it a little easier with the scissors. All right, and let's cut this little bit right here. There's not much down here at this bottom. It's the way I've done it, but it's fine. I think I am going to try and do this with this little thing because I'm making a mess. Probably should have got the ruler. It's hard for me to see it with that white tape on it now. Oh, I jacked that all up. But we're going to distress it anyway, so it's all right. All right. Now, I do want to kind of trim that in just a little bit because I am going to fold that little bit over, even though it's not a lot. I do want to fold it over. All right, so that'll go like that. I'm gonna go ahead and do the back, and then we'll figure out the inside. So I think that's gonna be cute. What did I say for the back? I said this. And I think I'm going to do the same kind of thing with this. And I'm just going to cut it. I think I'm going to cut the top and bottom the size that it should be and just go a little bigger on the, right here, maybe. I don't know. When I go to cut it, I may have a different thought and cut it all kinds of crazy ways. Let's see if this thing works. All right, so I'm just going to go like what, right there maybe? No, it kind of worked, but I did go kind of crazy there too. Yeah, I'm not good with that. It was good in theory, but that was about it. I'm just not good with that kind of stuff. All right, let's see. Move this out of the way, and I need to stop playing around. That's good. All right, let's get the backing off of this tape. Maybe. As I told y'all that this would be easier to get the backing off, and then you see I'm still struggling. So I'm thinking it's not the tape. I'm thinking it's user error. I'm really thinking that now. Has to be. We're going to still figure out a way to just blame it on the tape, so that way I don't have to take the blame. All right, let's get some of our glue down and see if we can make this one do a little bit better. And I should have designed some army paper or something, but there's so many different color camouflages, like when you do them, like we were at the thing and Faye's like, oh, he must be Marines. And I'm like, how do you know that? Because when we were going into post, and she said, oh, it says camouflage, the color of it. I'm like, okay, because it looked exactly the same to me. But no, it wasn't. And yes, he was Marines. I couldn't tell a difference. It all looked the same to me. But she knew there was a difference. All right, I do need to trim that up, but I don't know if let's do this. Maybe this will help me trim it. If I put this there and then try and use my little pin. How did that work? Almost. Look at there. Almost. Let's go ahead and try and get that little piece off. Let me see if I can do it with this now that I've got it kind of cut. Yeah. Sorry for the noise. But since I've already kind of got it cut, it's easier to kind of do it like that. Yep, there we go. That was pretty painless. Let's see if we can do this bottom part just as painless. Probably not, but we're going to attempt it. So I'm going to have to do it like this so I can halfway see it. So because it's still the same day as it was with the other journal, I still have my regular glasses on, which means I can't see nothing. But at least I know if I look at the TV and it's blurry, I'm being goofy and looking over the top of my glasses when I'm not supposed to. Because y'all know I'm known to do stuff like that. So I'm just going like that to try and get the rest of that off, because I got it cut almost completely through, but not entirely. And I'm not gonna, there we go. That looks good. I like it. Now let's just fold this over, and then I will trim the corners off of that. All right, let's trim the corners. Okay, so there's that. Now we need to figure out what we're going to do for our inside cover and back cover. And I have so many choices. So I need to save stuff that I've got. Like, I don't know if I have 2 of anything. I don't guess I need 2 of anything. I mean, I can do it. It's just me being goofy. Let's do these for our cover, our insides maybe. So I need to go ahead and I need to glue this down. And since we've got this right here, we're just going to do that. And I am going to put just a tad of glue right there. Not much. Come on now. I mean, I literally put just a little bit of glue. And the rest I'll worry with whenever I think I'm going to kind of measure this one. Do I want to measure? Do I really want to measure? Probably. Let's do it like that. We're going to do my measure. Yep, this is my measure. Just like that. I have no idea what size that is. I will cut it this time with this because I don't feel like having to sit here and fight with it. So we're going to just do just like this. Oh man, I got it. Now either the notebook is messed up or I'm messed up. Y'all see that? And most likely it's me messed up. That would be the most probable thing. Okay, so that looks pretty, well, no, it don't, see? All right, so I need to cut that straight somehow. Let's see, what size do we need to cut it at? I don't know, because I had 7 1/4 earlier, and then we know it wasn't that. So it looks like it's 7 and something past 7. It's beyond 7 1/2. I don't know. It's the little line past 7 1/2. And that's almost perfect. So I need to cut this at that. So it was the line past 7 1/2. So there's 7 1/2. So it was that line right there. And I have no idea how high it is. How tall is this? Looks like the line under 10. Y'all, that's how I measure when I do measure, because y'all know I don't really measure. But when I claim that I'm measuring, that's how I do it. Let's see. Let's see how we did. Well, I got that one just a tad too tall. How did I do that? It's not too much because I can scrub that off whenever I do the sanding. All right, so let's go ahead and get this backing off of this tape, and let's get this down. And that way we can move on along. And these notebooks, they're, you know, I can get them very cheap. The only problem is that they are not square. Like, all joking aside now, you know, a lot of times I do joke about my eyes and all being bad, but the truth is these really are not square. So that's why I normally do not cut ahead of time my papers out. I don't know if maybe like if I buy, you know, a batch all from the same lot, if maybe they would be the same size, which if so, that would be wonderful. Because then, you know, I could do 10 or 15, you know, cut out the pages for it and, excuse me, have it ready. But I don't know if that is even possible. I guess that's something I should check into. You know, I should measure all of the ones that I bought in the last batch or something, just to get an idea. See, I do need to trim that, but I'll file that instead rather than trying to trim it. So now we need to do the back, and I need to put this down. And I am going to put a little bit of this. My goodness gracious. This is what happens when you don't use your stuff. And I do need to pull this back just a grunt on each end here. Ah, I'm messing it up. It kind of bubbled right there. We may have to cut that little bit off. Let's do that. Because I let it bubble. I never can get this pen go in the right direction because it's got the little needle on it, and I always, the way I do it, it'll like, it goes to the side and every which way. But we got that now, so we're good. All right, let's go ahead and get this off and get the back on this, and then we can move on along. And I don't know, I may go ahead and do the covers on Natalie and Ansley's, because I think I'm going to want to ink this. I just don't know if I'm going to do the brown ink or if I should do like a red or a blue, or if I even should. No, I definitely want to ink it. So we might do the covers on theirs tonight. And then, I don't know, let's just see. We'll see how it goes. All right, so there's that. And let's make sure we got it going the right direction, because I would be the crazy one to put it upside down. I have been known to do that on occasion. All right, so now I just have to trim it a little bit. And like I said, instead of trimming, I think I am going to trim it. I don't know. I'm thinking it might be a little easier to do this because I don't feel like dealing with all the dust particles right now. Which it would be easy to do if I can figure out which way I need to have my pen going. Because I never have it going the right direction. I think I got it going the right direction now. I just don't need to move. I think I'm cutting into the other part too. I don't know, we might have to do the file and be done with it. That's where I cut it, so it is making it a little easier. Let's see, come on now, work with me. There we go. Thank you. Thank you very good. Just need you to work with me, that's all. I had a lot hanging over on that backside, didn't I? I sure did. And there's dust flying everywhere. I'm going to be sneezing. And then I can round the corners. Let's go ahead and do that. I think it's the 1/2 inch. No, I can't because this still has to be done. Oh my goodness. I didn't want to take the whole video of me just sanding it down. And it looks like that's what I'm doing. Let me see if I can just trim this a little bit. Maybe a little easier since it's darker material or darker paper. At least get it where I can sand it a little easier. My goodness gracious, guys. I don't think this nail file is really strong enough, but it's getting it. All right, let's sand this down and then I'll clean or trim this and then I'll clean the desk and then we'll get to work. Because I can do that kind of stuff off camera where you guys don't have to worry with it. There we go. Go ahead. I just threw my pen or something. No, I threw my ink pen, didn't I? At least it was the ink pen. So I can still use the pen. But I found the ink pen too. All right, let's clean this mess up real quick so that we can get on to something else. Sorry for the noise. I know it's rough. But I gotta get some of the dust up because it's choking me. All right. So we got that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and, you know what? I think I can do theirs like their daddies. Look at that. Let's do it. All right. So let me get this a second. Which way does it go? All right. I'm on Just run this file just a little bit because it's shiny like that. I want to make sure that it'll stick. And I think I'm just going to use this tape for their little books. I mean, it's not a big deal for theirs. And then we'll just put some glue on it. That's going to be cute. It's going to match their daddies. They will love it because them little girls are all about their daddy. We got up there yesterday and Nathan had got a haircut. It was a fresh haircut. You know, they got to keep their hair cut real short and all anyway. But Ansley looked, she said, why he get his hair cut? And I said, because he had to, baby. I said, do you like it? She says, no, I don't like it. I was like, okay. Why don't you tell us how you really feel, little girl? That little thing is a mess. They are all about their daddy, so they will have a fit to have a match, and especially since I'm going to be able to do it just like their daddies. Oh yeah, them little girls will be so happy, which makes this memo happy. All right, that's cute. Look, guys. All right, let's cover the other one. Let's just do this a little bit. And let's do our tape. I probably should wipe it off before I do the tape, but really, it just ran out of tape, but it's okay because I got more. That's just how things are working for me lately, but it's okay. We're going to get it. If I can remember how to open this thing. I love this tape, but these things give me the hardest time opening. All right, let me see. I may have to punch something in there. Oh, I think I got it. There we go. And let's put this in. Back in business. Maybe. There we go. All right, now we put a little bit of ink, glue. I was about to say ink down. Lord help me, guys. I can't even talk. All right, so we're going to put that down. And then let's put this down. Just like that. This is going to be so adorable. I love it. And the girls are going to love it. Now they're moving 1,000 miles away from me. 945 miles from my door to theirs. I don't know what to think about that. So I will be going to Kansas some. I told them I will not be coming in the winter though. Nope, I do not do good in the cold. Which if y'all saw our snow that we had here in January, y'all know I don't do good in the cold. All right, and so the back, we done that. So that's what we need. Wait, I done forgot that quick, guys. Did y'all see that? I need to trim this edge because I need to use it to put up against it, and not that I need. I wonder if I can just cut this to size. Y'all think I can? Let's see if I can do it without messing up the whole thing. So that shows to be 2 3/4. Does that look right? by 4.5. Let's see. Two and 3/4. Let's do the 4.5 first. I feel more confident with that. And then what I'll do is I'm going to do this and write on it, and then that way I'll know if it's the actual 2.5 or whatever I said it was. Let's see where that brings us out to. Right there. Oh, okay. It is 2 3/4. Oh, that's pretty good. All right. So I said 4.5 and 2 3/4. And that'll give me the back for the other one as well, maybe. All right. Is that right? Okay, we're good, y'all. We good. It's looking right. So let's get this done just a little bit. And let's get our little tapey tape down. And it looks like I got it on the black, which we don't want to do. So my finger is the best glue eraser. It works real good. All right, so now I'm going to put some glue here. Now, we'll probably have to fancy the girls' little books up. We'll have to do some little bling bling or something for them, because they got to have bling bling. And then put that down like that. Yes, look at that. Now I just got to round the corners. So adorable. And let's do this one. And then we'll have to figure out the inside measurements, because they're going to be wider because we don't have that. But we can do it. These would be cute to sell like at a craft fair. You know, have the matching set. And you could even do the half-size composition book, which I have some of those. I don't know where they're at right this minute. I got a bunch of them because when Walmart had them this year, I bought them. Because those are so hard to get normally. So while they had them, I took advantage. I think I bought 30 of them, maybe. That's cute. I love it. All right, let me see. I think we should be able to just round these corners. It'll be fun. Yeah, because we got to cut the right size. So all we had to do was round the corners. All right. So let's see what the inside is. I know it's these. So we need to do, we know it's 4.5 by, what is that, a little past 3? About 3 1/4 maybe. Let's take a look. Let's do 3 1/4 by 4.5, because we can trim it down. But at least we'll have that. All right, let's take a look. Y'all, check it out. That is too good. All right, let's go ahead and get this down, and then we will be done with these for the night, or for the day, whatever. And then when we come back, we will start decorating and putting the page tabs and all that kind of stuff in. I don't know if I'll do that to the girls. I probably will, because I'll kind of fancy them up for them. So I may put that kind of stuff in there for them too. Which one was the front? Okay, yeah. So I want to line this up like this. Get it lined up on the edge here. There we go. I'll just need to round the corners. And let's do this one. Well, that worked. And then I just need to cut the back one and do it. And then we can call this done for the night. And I'll probably, when I go off camera, I'll probably clean Nathan's up a little bit, you know, like sand the edges down that needs to be sanded. And just get all that done. And that way, when we come back, we can concentrate on just getting all the pretty stuff done. All right. How did I do that? Look at there. I got it too far over, but it's okay because it's not a big deal. So I can trim that little bit off. Now let's do this back and let's call it a night. I think I said 3 1/4, guys, didn't I? See, I done forgot that quick. I don't remember. Yep, 3 1/4. That was the little leftover piece I had from other ones. So that's how I 4 1/2 and 4 1/2. And let's get this on the back. And we will be done for tonight. I probably don't even have to put glue on these, or I could either do just glue or just tape because it's the kids, but I don't know. I want to do it like this. All right, and this goes in here like this. I'm going to line it up as best as I can, just like that. So cute, so cute. Let's do this one. Oh, I didn't put tape down. Oh, well. That's what happens when you get in a hurry. It's a good thing it don't need tape and glue, because I just totally spaced out. All right. So that is it for tonight. I am going to round these corners. And then when we come back, we will go ahead and start getting these decorated and finished up and ready for my little grandbabies and my son. I guess I should make their mama one too. I might do her the half composition book. I think that would be a good size for her. She can use it for like their household stuff if she needed to. Or she might get the big one and give Nathan the half size. I don't know. But I do need to make one for her too. All right. Actually, I might do her one of the little ones, because that's something that she could throw in her purse. So that may be what I do. All right, guys. So there we go. I will finish getting Nathan's all cleaned up when I end the video. And then what I may go ahead and do is pick out the pages that I want for the tabs and go ahead and get some pockets cut out. Anything that'll kind of make it go a little bit quicker for us on the next one. I'll probably go ahead and do that, and we will come back and we will get these finished up. How adorable. Oh my gosh, y'all. I love it. It's so cute. All right, tell me what you guys think, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.